Welcome into another edition of our Madden 23 expansion draft-only franchise with the San Antonio Express. If you missed the first episode, we assembled our entire team. We're all rookies. We took about 15 rookies, all but one of which was at least a 68 overall. And we took, I believe, 8 hidden dev players, which is insane. What I didn't mention in that episode as we went through the preseason was that Timmy Reed got a camp breakout scenario. I wanted it to be a surprise here for this second episode to start this season. So he has a chance to gain 10,000 XP with 2 sack/TFLs on the game. I also put our season goal at 4 wins. We are a very, very bad team, much worse than we started out with the Bears in that season 1, understandably so. And so we're going to be going against the Minnesota Vikings here. This is a gameplay series. I will actually be playing the games rather than the simulation that we've seen with the other 2 series that I'm doing right now, as we hope our rookie quarterback can show some flashes here in his debut. And what will be literally the debut for the entire team. As we see 69 offense, 71 defense for a 69 overall is not very good. Before we get into the game plan, though, I'd like to spend the staff points. Again, we have these put on fast just because our franchise is at such a disadvantage, starting from literally nothing and only being able to use the draft to make this team better. I want all of the bonuses that you can get from the staff tree to kind of help us along the way and make it not so horribly balanced outside of our favor. So that will use 40 points up perfectly. We're at 0 points. You always love to see it work out like that. As Coach Eli Manning already has a full staff tree before he even plays the game. Let's hope that can translate to some success. Here against the Vikings, we know who the Vikings are. They've got some stud players on both sides of the ball. You know, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson on one side, Harrison Smith, Danielle Hunter, Kendricks on the other, but they're not really very deep. So hopefully if we can stay away from the stars on defense and then just do our best to contain the stars on offense, I think that's going to be a lot easier said than done. I don't think containing Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson is going to be easy by any means. We don't even have a single player over 80 overall, but we'll see if we can get it done. Let's see if we have any injuries here before our first game, as I accidentally pressed B, so I guess we won't see if there's any injuries before this first game. But I think we're ready to start this game up. You know you're a bad team when your kicker's on like that initial showing of your 3 best players. You don't want your kicker to be part of that. One thing I actually forgot to do before we actually jump into this game, I forgot to edit our defensive playbook. I think we would be running a 3-4, and so I want to fix that. So let's go out and let's actually fix that. Just wanted to show you guys that I quit the game before it even started, just in case for some reason if I come back later and it says I played it 2 times, it wasn't for anything like I was trying to cheat the game. It's just because before the game even started, I needed to change. Yeah, we would have been a 34 defense, and we are definitely a 4-3. So let's go with the Philadelphia Eagles, my favorite team. No, they actually run like a 4-3 under, which we want like a more of a traditional 4-3, sorry. Let's do something like New Orleans. I feel like that should be good. And so here we go. We end up avoiding the rain game. That could be even better, and we will. So no rain game here. Had to fix the defensive playbook. We are definitely not suited to be a 3-4 at all. We have no nose tackle. Our outside linebackers are very small and not pass rushers at all. And our backup middle linebackers should not be playing football at the NFL level. So let's get that out of the way as we will start this game up for real this time. Here we go, the debut of literally our entire roster. Quarterback Devin Hamilton will lead the charge out onto the field. Lewis Smart there. Let's just say if this was real life, I would own Lewis Smart in fantasy. I don't know about anyone else on this offense. But Lewis Smart, the offense is going to run through him. We're hoping to see some like Travis Kelce-like production out of him, honestly. He's just by far our best option to go to. Eddie Hazelton is good with his 98 speed, but he's not quite as balanced as you'd like for him to be like a true number one type option for this offense. He'll definitely get a decent amount of looks though, as we will start with the ball in week 1. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get this debut underway. Brown on the return. We'll get up to the 24. We see Devin Hamilton dapping up the offensive line on his way out. 69 overall. Nice with 94 throw power. 78 mid accuracy. We also know he has 87 speed and acceleration, so he's a little bit of a dual threat quarterback. We'll see how much of that we see here in the first game. Let's go now. Just to stay true to our Chicago Bears franchise though, we will start the game out with a run, and a run that doesn't really go anywhere. So Darius Smith able to shed the block immediately as we get a peek there at our awesome draft class. That was, I mean, we had so many picks, so it needed to be awesome, but it exceeded even my expectations. As coming from the gun now, Hamilton will throw his first NFL pass. He's got Hazelton open and he drops it. We are using gameplay sliders. They are Matt 10s from Operation Sports. It's the same that Mr. Hurricane uses in his Titans franchise, and I've liked the gameplay that I've seen there. And trying to get it over the middle, but not enough time. Harrison Phillips will get the sack, and we'll get a 3 and out on our first ever possession. Coverage is pretty good. We got a late in-breaker open, but by the time it was open, the pressure was already there. Pritchard with his first NFL punt. Gonna be a lot of people's first. Oh, jeez. Sampson got absolutely obliterated, but then Jelani Pitts, our other gunner, was able to take the returner down. Kirk Cousins out onto the field with 75 overall after a year of regression for him. And we'll get a first glimpse of what our defense can do. What I do here on the defensive side of the ball is I typically just user the D-line for the most part. I mean, I really want it to be still very heavily ratings based, as Timmy Reed will get the first of his 2 TFLs required on the very first play. Let's go, Timmy. Just needs one more for the entirety of this game. Kind of got blown up out of the play, but hustled back as Dalvin Cook ran into an offensive lineman and got the TFL. I typically just go around and user different defensive linemen. I can use middle linebacker. What I typically like to do is actually like to user the deep safety, but I want to keep it largely ratings based in this franchise. And so if I just kind of go around using different defensive linemen, I feel like it keeps it fairly ratings based, and I can't just kind of user into cheesy interceptions and stuff like that. And like if they're gonna get interceptions, because we have the ratings to do so, and that's only a half sack Timmy Reed, if he ends up with 1.5 TFLs and sacks, that's going to be brutal. But again, he's still got the entirety of the game to still get it. 2nd and 20 now for the Vikings. Going to go and user John Smith, who's another one of our defensive ends for the first time in this game. And incomplete on the play with a flag, probably a hold.
Holding.
And it will be. So do you do 3rd and 20 or 2nd and 30? I think we're going to go 2nd and 30 here. Show some faith in our defense that we won't allow less than 10 yards here on this play. And Kirk Cousins rolling out, finds his man, but it turns out to be a good decision. Now 3rd and 27 for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins has plenty of time, and he'll loft it deep downfield, incomplete to Irv Smith. The defense gets up, big stop, allowing our offense to hopefully gain a little bit more momentum than we done on that first drive. That 3-and-out was kind of rough. Didn't even gain a yard on that 3-and-out. Brown unable to make much out of that punt return. As we'll see the offense out for drive 2. I think we might try a little bit of a touch pass here. It said it was going to our running back, but then when we come out, it's actually to a receiver. That's why. And that's going to not work at all. Devin Hamilton's first completion of his career goes for -4 yards. That's not what you love to see. Let's run a little bit of play action here for the first time. See if we can get any success off of that. And we'll get some room, and that'll be a first down completion, the first in franchise history. Eddie Hazelton with his first career catch goes for 18 yards and a first down. San Antonio. Let's get Jeremiah Black's first carry up here, and still nothing working in the run game. Would really love to help Devin Hamilton out a little bit. He's not the kind of quarterback that can carry a team, as Lewis Smart will get open for a few. Bringing up 3rd and 7. We'll run a little bit of tight end in here on 3rd down and 7. And Lewis Smart will get open early and make the catch in traffic. Another first down out towards midfield now for the Express. Smart's going to be open again, maybe. Unable to make the catch this time around. 3 straight targets for the tight end. He's definitely the focal point of this offense. And he'll be out on this play. Lonnie White, our backup tight end, will take his place. We'll just swing it out to Donovan Holmes, who will gain a few, bringing up 3rd and 5. Running a bench concept here on 3rd down, hoping to pick up the first. We see Zadarius Smith in coverage, and we go right at him. Anytime they're dropping Zadarius Smith in coverage and we can recognize it, we're going to be targeting that for sure. Go back to the ground game here, hoping that gain some momentum and we get our first positive game here. Gain of 4. Gonna go right back to the ground game here. Try to build on the momentum of the last round, and we will get a first down. Donovan Holmes able to get much more than that as well. Now 2-16 on the day. Run game working out a little bit now that they have to respect the pass.
Let's go.
And we see Eddie Hazelton lining up in the backfield for the first time with that 98 speed. Trying to get him open on a corner route here. Wasn't able to really like the look, and instead we'll get it underneath to Lewis Smart again.
Let's go now.
Been getting a lot of targets here in the first quarter of this game. and immediately pressured off of the play action. Unfortunately, not really able to get anything going. Yep. They just sent more rushers than we had people to block. When you combine that with a all-out, if you combine play action with an all-out blitz, it's not going to work out well for you. As Chris Rhodes is open down the seam and he'll score! Touchdown, San Antonio. The first in franchise history. 6-0 San Antonio. Who would have thought we would be the first ones on the board? Certainly not me. But here we are. The slot receiver, Chris Rhodes, is the first person in San Antonio Express history to score a touchdown on a nice feed from Devin Hamilton. Slightly inaccurate, but accurate enough for Chris Rhodes to haul it in. Now Matthew Welker on to kick for the first time in his career. Well, I guess he just kicked PAT. But we'll see his 99 kick power in action for the first time. Kicking it well outside the end zone. Frank Wall also in the game, but we'll user John Smith this time around. And Justin Jefferson able to break the tackle, still evading tackles. As he gets out near the 50. It's really hard for me not to click onto defensive backs. It's kind of my instinct to do so. I'm trying to avoid it. I'd rather just have CPU kind of take care of everything down the field, as Michael Franklin will bring Dalvin Cook down after a gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3 for Kirk Cousins in the offense. He's rolling out. He's got all the time in the world and still unable to find anyone. 3rd and 3, nice coverage on the back end by the Express. Would love to get a little bit more pressure there. Sometimes when we blitz linebackers, I'll switch to them too. And no, we got blocked at the last minute. And Adam Thielen with a great catch. Thought we might have had an interception there for a second. Alas, first down, Minnesota. And Justin Jefferson will take the end around. He might score here. And he will get stopped, but not until he reaches the 3-yard line. A 21-yard rush from Justin Jefferson. Parnell, one of our safeties, in on the tackle. Nice play there by Victor Giles to bring down Dalvin Cook one-on-one, and that will be the end of the quarter. We will take a 7-0 lead into the second, though Minnesota is knocking on the door to tie this game up. And that will be a touchdown, Minnesota, and they will tie this game up on the first play of the second quarter. What seemed like a fairly easy drive for them all the way down the field. Not much in the way of resistance. Seven plays, 75 yards. Guess we did force a couple of incompletions there from Kirk, but still for the most part it seemed very easy for them. Brown will take a knee in the end zone, and the offense will come out to the 25 to start their third drive, trying to build off the momentum of the second. And that started when we were able to start running the ball, and we'll get a solid gain there on first, bringing up the play action here on 2nd and 6. And that will be, I pressed the wrong button. For some reason I thought Lewis Smart was RB on that one. And it almost resulted in an interception. Lewis Smart was wide open in the flat. Probably could have got the first down. Unfortunately I pressed the wrong button, as I said. And Rhodes will make the catch, but he'll be just short of the first down. The Vikings defense was playing the sticks very well, and we will not risk anything here. We will give the Vikings back the ball. Just short on that one. Probably should have looked more towards the downfield routes. Kind of had my eyes only on those two crossing routes. Trying to find anyone who could get some catch and run. Those routes were well played by the Vikings. As that's wide open down the field. Caught. That's Jarvis Landry wearing number 10 for the Vikings this year. Now 2 for 50 for Jarvis Landry, and a massive play by the Vikings. You give a quarterback that much time, you're bound to have coverage busts, and again wide open is Justin Jefferson, who will get it down to the 9, and just like that, first and goal Minnesota. This defense is going to struggle. I hate 3-man rushes, so I'm just going to take this zone and I'm going to rush with it instead. And nice PBU there in the end zone. We'll bring up second and goal. Go back to user Timmy Reed here. As whoa! I tried to do a bull rush, but I ended up kind of working. It was just me and the quarterback after I kind of rolled under the line. Forced a throwaway, so successful pass rush, I would say, in the end. And Kirk Cousins once again unable to find anything that he likes. Fourth and goal. Nice defensive stop after getting that first and goal. Super easy. The defense clamps down and forces the field goal attempt. And Thomas will not even try to recover that kick. We'll just start right at the 25 yet again. Starting another drive here on the ground with Jeremiah Black. He'll sneak past one tackle to gain 3, 4 rushes for 10 yards. Not great, but considering he started so poorly, I think we're okay with it. Go right back to him here on second down. Able to almost get past the defender, but kind of was running into him after he broke the tackle, so not really able to get anything out of it. Not really sure what to run here. Put it down. We'll run some crossing patterns again. We also have Lewis Smart up the scene that we can look at. Don't love it there, and I pressed the wrong button again, dude. I am rusty. I've been playing these simulation franchises and I've completely forgotten how to play the game traditionally, apparently. That's twice that I've pressed the wrong button. Oh, that would have been an easy first down as well. But unfortunately it's not, and Minnesota has the ball and the lead. We'll use a little bit of Timmy here on the stretch play, and a nice first down game by Minnesota, 2nd and 4. Bring Parnell up to play his short zone, and that'll be a tackle. Man, sometimes I just can't help myself. I know I should just play D-line, but I love playing safety so much in this game. But again, I do want to keep it as ratings based as I can in coverage. And that'll be a breakup, and the defense will get a force of 3 and out on the Vikings. Very nice defensive stand. Brown will let that bounce. I think the logic man on like when the user punt returner lets it bounce is fairly flawed, if you ask me. But whatever. Here, we will start at the 6 as a result. Like, I would rather you take that. But this will be a read option. Devin Hamilton's carry animation was whacked up. He'll gain 3 on his first career carry. Underneath is the fullback long. He's an undrafted tight end that we've converted to fullback in this offense, as we do play fullback a decent amount. You have a poor offensive line, especially a poor interior offensive line. I don't think we have anyone. Well, I guess we have Deshaun Walton, who's a 68. But our center's like a 60. My guard's like a 63 or something. It's really bad. And so having a fullback to kind of help there is nice. And running out of options, Devin Hamilton will throw the ball away. 10 of 15 for 83 here, as we're about halfway through this second quarter. We'll see if we can get anything going here. As once again throwing short of the sticks is Hamilton, and once again tackled just short of the first down. I think I realized a little bit too late that we probably could have had Eddie Hazelton on that one. I just didn't like the look out of it initially, so I looked away from it. We will look to bring a little bit of heat here on 1st and 10. And Kirk Cousins is able to get the ball out quickly for a gain of 9. 9 of 15 for 139 and a touchdown here early for Kirk. Kirk has all day to throw, only able to get a short gain, but Dalvin Cook breaking past the first tackle, and McAllister, our starting free safety, to gain a couple extra yards. And brand new 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Once again, all day to throw for Kirk. I would love that kind of pass protection on the other side. And gain of 7. D'Angelo Brambles on this one. Probably our best edge defenders. John Smith will get the sack on the other side. Basically came unblocked, and he shouldn't have been. Christian Darrisaw was right there, but man loves to have linemen block air, of course. One of their favorite things to do. And Kirk will throw short of the sticks, and we will make the tackle on Thielen, bringing up 4th and 4. It should be, field goal range. That's a 55-yarder here. That's makeable. It's not easy by any means, and that is not even close. In typical Minnesota kicker fashion, just absolutely shanks that ball. We'll look to start this drive in the air, and we're gonna try to go deep for Hazelton. I don't even have enough time to get that one off, as he looked like he had one-on-one on the outside. Just wanted to throw it deep, let his speed kind of take over here, but we'll give it to him here on the next play anyway. And that will be a 1st down. Nice play. The second time we've run that here in this game. They've both been successful. No play action crossing routes. We'll try it again, this time a little bit deeper maybe, as we will check to the run instead, as there was nobody there kind of to defend the box. And that will be a 5-yard gain. Take that all day. Running quick slants here. Chris Rhodes open underneath. We'll pick up the 1st down. Down to the 25. Devin Hamilton, for the most part, looking sharp. I mean, his 2 ugliest throws are when I press the wrong button, so that's definitely on me and not on him. He's done a decent job of getting the ball out fairly quickly, as because that's good protection, but nobody really open downfield, so we'll just have to throw it away on this one. 20 first half attempts here for Hamilton. Run a little bit of Salem here. I like this pre-snap look for Smart down the field, and we will get it to him. And that's a beautiful throw. Perfectly timed. If I do like to toot my own horn just a little bit, just before the safeties can converge on the route. And that will set us up just short of the end zone, down to the 1. See if we can punch it in here with Jeremiah Black. And we can. Touchdown San Antonio. We will take the lead. 44 seconds left in the half. Jeremiah Black looking to get paid, the UDFA. With that animation. Welger on for the extra point. He will hit it, of course. 7-play, 54-yard drive for the Express. Jarvis Landry back to return, and he will leave the end zone on this one. And he looked for a second. He might have had a lane there, but he's just too slow to really take advantage of it. Probably would prefer someone a little bit faster there returning it to the Vikings. As that'll be lofted deep downfield into double coverage, but Justin Jefferson holds it in. I can't imagine a better throw there from Kirk Cousins. Just allowed Justin Jefferson just to sneak past the coverage at the last minute and haul in the big play. And that will be a screen for Dalvin Cook and a broken tackle. We'll hold him to just a few, still 25 seconds left in the half. Second and 8 now. Kirk Cousins has all the time in the world and will loft to the corner. Thielen, touchdown. We're going to review it, but that looked very much so into me. Minnesota needed just 24 seconds to take back the lead. I thought we were looking great, going to go into the first half with a lead here at home. But just an absolute dime of a throw from Kirk Cousins into double coverage. Set them up for a touchdown drive. Wow. Brown will come back for the return. I think I called him Thomas for some reasons earlier in this game, but we'll try to see if we can get a play deep downfield and maybe make things frisky here. I don't think we can, so we're just going to have to throw it away. And we'll just run this clock out. Only gave up a couple there, and yeah, we're just gonna let the second half clock run out, and that'll be the halftime score, 14-17. Some big plays on both sides of the ball. Both teams have passed it 24 times. We've rushed it a few more as well. Our drives have been a little bit longer, a little bit more methodical. We're not quite equipped for the massive play yet. We have a big play potential receiver in Hazleton, but Devin Hamilton's weakness is his deep accuracy, so it's kind of hard for those two to connect on the really deep balls. Going in with the lead, we think Minnesota will run, so we'll defend the inside run there and kick off the second half. Still very much so in this game. If we can get a stop here, that would be marvelous. Justin Jefferson over 100 yards on the day in just the first half. Obviously, that massive play on that final drive, doing the majority of the work there. And that'll be intercepted. Quincy Boston, Kirk threw it right to him. The first round corner, the second pick ever by the franchise, the first ever on the defensive side of the ball. And he's making a play here to start the second half. He just ran the route there for Jarvis Landry and got the ball. Let's run Salem here. Let's try to create some quick offense off of the turnover. Looks like they have it well covered, and man, I thought that would work out better. The corner kind of trailing him, I guess, was able to stay in the play with the corner out. If that was something vertical, though, Eddie Hazelton was gone. Nice second down run there by Holmes. We'll bring up a third and medium. I guess we'll just run. I think we'll just run the ball here as they're not looking like they're prepared for it. And Donovan Holmes will fall forward for the first. 6 for 32 on the day. Pretty solid rushing. Why are these plays all the same? Can I get some variety of plays? Oh, I was in recent plays. I was like, I want to not run the same plays over and over. And now I know why they were asking me to. As Holmes will not have as much luck there on the next rush. See if we can find Hazelton in between the two safeties here. And I don't love the look. We'll try to go for wide there and miss it to Chris Rhodes. Good patience there by Hamilton not to force anything. Found the guy semi-open late just by then. The pressure was enough to make it incomplete. He's got a one-on-one matchup with Hazelton down the field. I mean, you have to take that matchup for sure. Unfortunate they couldn't come down with it this time. But you see Eddie Hazelton one-on-one on the outside going deep. You have to take that. And the Express will tie it up here in the third quarter. Matthew Welker's first career field goal is right down the middle. As his kickoff will also be out of the back of the end zone, and Minnesota will start on the 25. Would love another stop here by the defense. That would be very clutch. And it would give our offense an opportunity to take the lead here. And Dalvin Cook is wide open in the flat, shoots out one man, and we'll get the first. That was Caleb Bassett. He juked out. Who's our corner too? He's about 67 overall. Not very good, not very fast, but probably, I think he was the highest overall UDFA we got on defense. And Adam Thielen is breaking past tackles himself down deep in San Antonio territory to the 38. Another drive that's looking just a little bit too easy here for the Vikings. Flag down, likely to be holding as Adam Thielen catches a touchdown. Will it be brought back? Please say that's a hold. And it's the camera's on Christian there, so it looks like it will be. It will, bringing back an explosive play touchdown. You'll love to see it if you're an Express fan. You hate to see it otherwise. And Adam Thielen will get the ball again here for a much less explosive play. 2nd and 13 now for the Vikings. From the gun here, Kirk has plenty of time to throw. Will loft it down to Thielen and he'll catch it. This drive has been all Thielen. Got his touchdown taken away. He's trying to get it back. Kirk Cousins will check the play here at the line as we showed double A gap blitz, and we were bluffing out of it. And John Smith in pursuit will bring Kirk down. Now 2 sacks for John Smith on the day. Not even 70 overall. Been a rough drive for Christian Darrisaw. Kirk with plenty of time was able to find his man out of the backfield. I don't even know who that is. Is that Jacoby Myers? Maybe? Yes, it is. Jacoby Myers. First time we've called his name today. Looks to be the wide receiver 4 in Minnesota. And we'll bring the all-out pressure, but it still wasn't enough. Adam Thielen will get the touchdown eventually. Got most of the yards back as well, if we're being honest. And that will be a 24-17 lead for Minnesota midway through the third. Another 7 plays, 75-yard drive. That seems to be kind of the standard drive length for the Minnesota's successful drives here in this game. As Brown will not be able to reach the 25 on the return. Offense will come out yet again, trying to tie this game back up with a touchdown. Lewis Smart over the middle for a solid gain of 9. See if we can run a trap concept here. Deshaun Walton should be athletic enough to get to the man, and he is, but he couldn't block up elsewhere. That resulted in a loss. Run some underneath crossing routes here with 3 yards to go. We'll find a man open. That's Donovan Holmes, the running back. Our 3rd down receiving back. That's the running back that we drafted, the only guy under 68, at least if my memory serves me right, that we drafted. He's a 65 overall. And read option Devin Hamilton will keep it and lose 4. Maybe not the best call there. Escaping the pocket is Devin Hamilton and finding Chris Rhodes. It's much more difficult to commentate the game when you're actually playing it than when you're just watching it be played. So sorry for these lapses of silence as I'm trying to read the field. And might have Lewis Smart there late, but the rush was already there. Any of these later developing routes, you're just asking for a little bit of trouble as our offensive line isn't quite equipped for anything too far down the field. That wasn't even that far down the field, it was just a 10-yard in. Last drive, Kirk was very good. 6 for 6 for 96 yards. Wow. An opportunity to extend the lead here for Minnesota. Kirk will loft downfield. He's got his man Jarvis Landry. He's breaking past everyone's tackles. Out near midfield. 357 passing yards on the day for Kirk. Oof. I have a feeling our passing defense is going to be a real struggle. Other than Timmy Reed, we don't have a lot of high-end pass rushers, though John Smith does have 2 sacks. Victor Giles there on the stop. Our hidden dev linebacker. Nice play by him to get Dalvin Cook down before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. Timmy Reed with a win on the play, and we'll get another half sack, and I do believe that will ensure him 10,000 XP. He might have had it for a while now. I just didn't recognize it. But 10,000 XP coming Timmy Reed's way. And Kirk will gain some yardage there, but not nearly enough. And the defense was able to get a very needed stop Yeah, I want you to return that. You have return room. I don't want you to come up on it. There's probably some button I could press or whatever to say like, hey, go back and actually receive the kick, but I don't know what it is. So here we are. From the 3-yard line, we'll try to create some room, and we'll be able to do just that as Jeremiah Black will get us a first down out to the 15. Haven't been very efficient when running with Jeremiah Black, just because we're seeing more loaded boxes in those occasions. As we see Eddie Hazelton in the backfield, once again, this time blocking, able to get 3. We're going to run some boot slide this time around. Last time we ran this play, we pressed the wrong button, but people were open. And this time, RB will be the correct choice. And that will be a first down to the slot receiver, Chris Rhodes. And that will bring us to the 4th quarter of this ball game. Still a very close game. I thought we might be down by double digits at this point, but I think I've been pleased with both sides of the ball. How we played, I think we played on par or better at least with expectations. I probably had X there for a moment, trying to scramble with Devin Hamilton, not able to outrun the defensive lineman. We should be able to outrun the defensive lineman, but man, it just doesn't work that way. As we'll find, what a pass, Eddie Hazelton over the middle. That was an absolute dime by Devin Hamilton. Just right over the linebacker between the safeties. He can't throw it much better than that, if at all. Play action here, we'll just find Lewis Smart underneath. Gain of 8 on first. Nice pickup. Looking to go inside zone with Donovan Holmes. He's been more efficient rusher for us in this game, but not able to pick up anything on that time around. Now 8 for 29. The rush game hasn't been our best performance on the ground. We'll just say that. As we'll get some max protection and try to get some crossing routes underneath, and we will. Chris Rhodes will pick up a first down. He's been a very dependable receiver for us today. The only receiver with a touchdown. See if we have time for some deeper concepts. And we'll try to get it to Eddie Hazelton. Incomplete, but there is a flag. Will it be DPI? It will.
Defense.
Nice protection on that play to let the deeper concepts
Automatic first down.
get open. We're looking for another trap concept here with Jeremiah Black. And nice blocking, and I tried to get outside of Eli Shea, but the game was basically making me kind of sticky there. Wasn't able to get past him. Had some room. That play ended up not being as good as it potentially could have been, and we'll find Eddie Hazelton for what should have been a touchdown, but the pressure got there, forcing the incompletion. Wow, coach really wants us to run Texas. I guess we're running Texas. And we'll find Lonnie White underneath. Can he truck forward? Oh, trying to truck for the first time. Fumbles. No. Didn't love Lewis Smart in the end zone there. Tried to get it underneath, gain the yards for the first down, and instead we fumble and give Minnesota the ball back. We were so close to tying this game up. We had an open man in the end zone on second down with Eddie Hazelton. So I guess that was a nice shoot there by Dalvin Cook. Jeez. We could have just had a half of a second more time, or just anticipated the throw a little bit better from Hamilton. We very well could be talking about a tied game right now. Instead, the Vikings are driving here, up 7, trying to run this clock out. need a big stop here from the defense before the Vikings get into field goal range. As that'll be a dump off to Dalvin Cook, who's just juking out our entire team here in the fourth. I think he juked out 3 guys there, did he not? Jeez. The jukes. Bramble, why am I getting like stopped by Madden? I'm pursuing him. My guy's slowing down. Like, no, that's not what my controller input is doing, so don't do that. It's a problem I have with the gameplay with both Madden and 2K is just like, do what the, as Adam Thielens, Derrick Henry over here. But just like, what I'm doing with my controller should be what my player's doing. Shouldn't be overridden to do something else. It's just kind of something I dislike about the games. Is Timmy Reed did the same thing again. I'm pursuing and he's forced to like, oh, it's so frustrating. I'm forced to like strafe or something? Like, what is that? I did not strafe. Timmy Reed in pursuit forces the incompletion on that one. Yeah. Be certainly frustrating at times. Timmy Reed will get a pass rush win again, and he'll force the incomplete pass by Kirk Cousins to be another field goal attempt. This time from 57, it looks like, 56 maybe. Missed the last time from this range, and he'll miss again. Not even close. That's another. I mean, there are a lot of problems you could talk about with Madden, but we just stop having the CPU attempt field goals that they have literally a 0% chance of hitting. You could send that kicker out 100 times for that kick. You will miss 100 times. Let's stop sending him out then. It's just ridiculous. As Donovan Holmes will get the first down here. Driving. Trying to tie this game up. After a great stop by the defense, did exactly what we asked of him. Underneath 2, Lewis Smart will gain a little bit. Maybe if we were a little bit more patient, we had a deeper route concept that could have come open. 2nd and 5 now. Let's run the ball here on a trap. I don't love the trap on a 5-man front look, but we'll try it. And it will work. Getting us to 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, and we won't get it. Zadarius Smith. We're gonna run the ball up and go for it here on 4th. On a little bit of a, just looking for a quick crosser here from Slayton. And I don't love it, and I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to go through the routes. Oh, 3rd time is not the charm this time around. Oh. 3 times. I pressed the wrong button. Why did I assume, like, that little trail route is always the A button? Because I don't know why this time I thought it was RB. Your boy is rusty on the sticks. Why would I go to Victor Giles? I don't want to switch on. I shouldn't be switching on to players in general, so it's fine. But I don't want to switch on to a player that's trailing. Like, you're not making the play, you're trailing the player. Give me someone that's in front of the play can actually make the play, please, man. Come on, this is not a difficult concept. Once again it happened. I'm just kind of in win now mode, so I'm trying to switch on and make some plays, but I need to let the CPU do its thing as we're down to the 2-minute warning. Looking like it's going to be a very difficult game to win at this point. Just such a hard place to press the wrong button here in week 1. Dalvin Cook. Minimal gain, and we'll call the timeout. They're already in the field goal range is the problem, though. Well, I guess maybe it's like 52 yards, and they haven't been even close from like 55, so 52 might not be enough here in this game. But Dalvin Cook will. We just gotta let him score at this point. Oh, he's not even trying to score, and he still scores. I mean, to be fair, we have very low-rated defenders, so it's kind of hard to blame Madden for anything at that point. This is the struggle that we signed up for, doing an all-rookie, draft-only expansion franchise. Oh, man. It's okay, though, if we can get a quick score here, onside kick. We are still not out of this game. We still have 2 timeouts remaining as well. But it's time to move the ball quickly.
Let's go.
Minnesota, understandably, now with full momentum, will go deep downfield. Downfield. Unable to really lead the receiver. You'd like to see him be led a little bit better on that one. That's what I tried to do with my pass. As we'll find Lewis Smart down the seam, and he's got it down the middle of the field. We'll call a timeout there. Big play we needed. Now trying to hit Rhodes, and he bumped into his receiver, but he still got it. Time to hurry up to the line here, and that will be incomplete. Under pressure throw. Wasn't a great look. Anyway, we just wanted to try to get a quick score here. If Eddie Hazelton looks like he's got some one-on-one looks. The safety's not in position quite yet, and that'll be an interception. Sean Murphy Bunting, who's also on the Vikings, with the interception. Tough way to get your first pick. We had to be aggressive there. He had the one-on-one look. We're just not really equipped to take advantage of those one-on-one looks with Eddie Hazelton quite yet. And that'll be the game. Madden also needs to fix this. When you go into the knee, you don't just come out in the next play and not do anything again. That's just... Are you kidding me? Can we bring him down, please? That's just bad coding. I could go to a knee because you're going to the knee for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? And that will be it. Week 1 defeat, 31-17 to the Minnesota Vikings. We were very competitive for the grand majority of that game. It wasn't until inside the 2-minute warning that became a 2-possession game at any point. So I'm pretty proud of the guys. I think we played well. I mean, the real tipping point has to be as we're kicked out to the main menu here. That fumble. I mean, who knows if, because it would have been 4th down, he wasn't going to get all the way to the 1st down marker. Who knows if we, convert that 4th down. As we'll look through the stats here. I forgot to do it after the game. 295, a touchdown and an interception, 59% completion. It's about on par from what I expect from Devin Hamilton. We did not run the ball well. 22 rushes for 71 yards total. Lewis Smart ends up with 95 yards on the day. Rhodes with 92 and a touchdown. Eddie Hazelton only got 3 catches, but he averaged 18.7. That's kind of the role that I would expect from him. Not as many targets maybe, but high yard per catch. Vince Hubbard, right guard, I think he's like 63 overall or something, allowed the only sack from the offensive lineman. Here's the tackles. We got 3 TFLs and a sack. So Timmy Reed more than did what he needed to do for his 10,000 XP. So you'll love to see that. Quincy Boston, of course, with the interception. But yeah, it's a 2-touchdown loss at the end of the day. But I think we played fairly well, and There's some performances there you can certainly build on. Let's go through these post-game scenarios here for week 1. As Timmy Reed told us, he's here to be great. He's not going to waste any of his opportunities. And that's 10k XP for Timmy Reed. Talking about the key to victory. Well, we weren't victorious, so I'm not sure how we didn't get it done. It felt like we had a good week of practice. And honestly, we had a good game. We were in it till the very end, so with a far, far inferior team. We're not even in the 70 overall on offense yet. Tough game all around as you didn't get the win, and Devin Hamilton didn't have the game you thought he would. I honestly thought Devin Hamilton played pretty well. His worst throws were when I pressed the wrong button, and his other inaccurate throws were when he was under pressure. I can't remember anything, maybe more than 1 or 2 plays where like he just threw the ball inaccurately because of his ratings. I know one of them was that actual touchdown to Chris Rhodes. It was an inaccurate ball, but it was still catchable. So really, I'm fine with like a quote unquote inaccurate ball that's still catchable. And trying to find if there's anything here on the coaching tree for 6. Don't think we'll find one. Oh, we have one for 5 though. Let's see if there's anything for exactly 6, just for the perfection of it all. I don't think there is. So we'll boost awareness for offensive linemen by 2 more. The offensive line really needs a boost. A couple of our worst starters on the whole team are along our offensive line. While at the same time, we do have a couple of really good ones in our tackles. And the way we'll be doing this franchise is I still want it to be a little bit quicker. We're not going to play every single game. This is a gameplay franchise, but every episode is going to be 2 weeks, a played game and a simulated game. And so we will be simulating this Chiefs game today. I just like getting multiple years into a franchise, and when you play every single game, let's say you have a good team and all of a sudden you're in the playoffs, you're talking about 20 plus episodes for a single season. Those franchises tend to usually get into year 3, maybe year 4. I like franchises that get into, year 8 and maybe even beyond that. And so to do that, I really think you have to find ways to speed up the pace. And I think this is a good way to do that. It also makes sure that, let's say I get a good feel for the team and all of a sudden we start winning above what our talent level is. You have those simulated games to kind of keep your team record in check. Or maybe if I just totally suck and I'm losing more games than I should, we have those simulated games to bring the roster up to what it should be. It just ends up making the team success a little bit closer to where it should be. As with Timmy Reed's 2 upgrades, he had so much power moves already. We'll use Speed Rusher and Run Stopper, bringing finesse moves into the 70s, and Block Shed oh so close away from the green there. He's just 1 rating away from being in the green. And yeah, very solid week from him. He and John Smith were the 2 best defensive linemen, the only 2 that really created much in the way of pressure. Against the Chiefs, something to go against Patrick Mahomes. As much as Josh Jacobs is a good player, you're much more afraid of Patrick Mahomes, and I think we will do the short pass. In Madden 23, they love to dink and dunk over there in Kansas City, so we'll try to stop it. Here, it's very hard to do anything other than run inside. You just love the boost of the run game, but in the simulated games, I don't know if the run inside boost is going to be enough, so we're going to throw out medium, try to get a little bit of a passing game boost. And then, yeah, that top six just looks so good on our team. Everyone's 21 years old. Everyone's like 75 overall plus. It's awesome. Everyone's hitting, of course. Nobody's an X Factor because you would be able to see it there. But when you have so much hidden, you're fine not getting the X Factor on the years when you have so much good can cancel it. The fact that you don't have any great, I guess you should say. And even if you have superstars, superstars great. I think a superstar, unless you're talking about quarterback, is more important than getting X Factor just because it's so much more important just to get the abilities that you can use every single play. And you don't get any more abilities like that when you get X Factor. Unless you're a quarterback, you go from getting 2 abilities to getting 5 abilities. So X Factor is very important for quarterback. As Eli Shea will go agile, trying to make him a balanced offensive lineman while we can. Run block finesse +3. He definitely needed that. That'll bring him up to 70. That was his lowest rating by a significant margin. So getting a +3 with that is certainly something that you'll take. Especially because long term, I'd love for him to be a guard. Like left guard, the guy that pulls on the traps. He's got the impact block rating really high. He's got the speed as well to just be a really good trap blocking left guard. But for now, since he's by far our second best lineman, we're gonna be playing him at right tackle until we find someone else that's good enough to trust there at tackle. Here, Kansas City takes a 10-3 lead, but we will tie it back up. Kansas City will come back out and take that 7-point lead back though, but we'll tie it up again. And now we have a 7-point lead into the fourth. And we'll extend it. We have a 2-score lead, make it a 3-score lead, and we beat the Chiefs. Simulation. Wow, that was something I did not expect at all. 34-17. We doubled up the Chiefs. How is this defense keeping Patrick Mahomes to only 17 points? Especially when he had 362 passing yards. That's 2 consecutive weeks that we've allowed 350 plus yards from the quarterback. 344 by Devin Hamilton as well. Touchdown, no picks for him. Over 100 rating. He played really well here in simulation. 25-37. Jeremiah Black and Donovan Holmes did fairly well. We had 3 touchdowns on the ground. And really smart, 4 for 45. Eddie Hazelton, 5 for 78. And Chris Rhodes, 6 for 87. Sacks allowed 2 by Eli Shea and 1 by Jeremiah Black. Michael Franklin led us in tackles. Victor Giles right there along with him. Timmy Reed, 2 sacks in a TFL. He actually got it in simulation. I was not expecting that at all. Timmy Reed is going to be a superstar defensive tackle. And he's going to get an additional 10k XP. Wow. I was just basically already had it in my mind that he wasn't going to get it in simulation at all. But he does. And we get both stages of this camp breakout here to start the franchise. That's a very, very nice start as we're kicked out to the main screen yet again. But that's massive. And let's see it, baby. Timmy Reed. It's been quite a journey from camp to preseason, but now I can really feel everything coming together. The progress you've made has been incredible to witness. 10k more XP, superstar development. This guy is an absolute stud. A lot of coaches say only to celebrate a win or soak over loss for 24 hours. But when it's a hated rival, you get that extra 24 hours. 2,500 XP for the entirety of the team as well. We'll go into upgrades. I don't know if we'll upgrade everybody. Just because, holy crap, that's a ton of people. We'll definitely go into Timmy Reed here. I'll try to do everyone, and we'll just see if I end up losing interest, I suppose. What to do with Timmy Reed? We'll do one into power rusher because now it's important to get his overall up. Just because he's actually getting a lot of block shedding here with these power rusher moves. We'll do the last one into speed rusher here. It's important to get his overall up so we can unlock certain abilities. The way I assign abilities, I don't go for the most overpowered ones for every player. I just look at the player at the time he became a superstar. So for Timmy Reed, like right now, what's he known for? Power moves. So giving him something like El Toro eventually would make sense. Just something like that. I try to make the abilities make sense. Like Quincy Boston, for example, if he were to be superstar, what's he known for? Well, he's an incredible athlete, so something like acrobat would make sense for him because he came out and yeah, his man coverage is pretty good. His zone coverage wasn't great, but his athleticism was incredible. So stuff like that, I just try to make the abilities make sense. Brian Pearson, I do believe he'll have abilities whenever he gets revealed. So what's he known for? Probably again athleticism. He's a very good athletic tackle. And then nothing to do with power, so nothing like nasty streak or anything like that. But we'll see. To awareness and an accuracy for Matthew Welker. Eddie Hazelton will also upgrade playmaker, of course. Unless you have an elite route runner, it's got to be playmaker. 2 release and a bunch of route running as well. He's now up to 85 release with the offensive coordinator boost. With Victor Giles, I really want him to increase his tackling. His tackling is a little low. We saw that it actually worked out for a little bit for him in that game, as that's a really nice upgrade. 2 tackle, 2 block shed, and a speed is awesome for him. Jeremiah Black, we're just going to keep going power back. I don't know how invested I am into getting him as an all-around back. He's definitely our lead back for this year, but if there's a really good looking back in the draft class, I'm not afraid to replace him after this year, especially because he needs to be re-signed. He was just a UDFA, so he's not somebody that you're like too excited to pay on a second contract. I mean, it would be a small contract, so we'd probably still end up paying him anyway. D'Angelo Bramble is someone who has finesse move traits, so we need to get those finesse moves up. Devin Hamilton, of course. We just want his accuracies up, so let's go field general with him. +1 for every accuracy, I guess. Can't complain about that. Chris Rhodes is our slot, and he's kind of our slot only, so we'll just go with the slot. Seems like solid reasoning there. John Smith had a very nice start to his career. Let's look at his ratings. 70 power move, but in the 50s for both block shed and finesse moves. We got to help him be a little bit better of a run stopper than that, and that will certainly help. Getting his block shedding into the 60s. We'll make Deshaun Walton our 3rd best offensive lineman. A little bit more balance here and solid upgrade for him. Caleb Bass is our CB2. Let's just go into whatever he has the lowest, actually. It's close enough that I'm willing to go slot. They're only 3 apart, so he gets an extra 2-man coverage on that upgrade. Ricardo Atkins, we saw play a decent bit for us. He, I believe, is our CB3. +3-man coverage on him is a nice upgrade. Donovan Holmes is our 3rd down back. We'll upgrade elusiveness just to kind of complement Jeremiah Black, as that +3 spin will get him to 75. Taj Clement is kind of like, it's almost more tight end than receiver, though that +1 speed does help him. He's still only 86 speed though, but he's got a really nice spectacular catch rating, which is why we brought him on the team. Caleb Howard will just do receiving back. I don't love the receiving back upgrades, but I mean, he's not a player that's really playing for us. Lloyd Leonard is one of the 2 rotational defensive tackles that we have alongside Timmy Reed, and he's our base defensive tackle, so getting +3 block shed is really nice for him. Paul Parnell will do run support here. We definitely need some help in stopping the run. We don't have a lot of people with high tackle or anything like that. And kind of gotten to the point where I'm kind of sick of upgrading these players. We'll look for anyone else that plays. Frank Wall is the other defensive tackle that we play. He's the rush tackle. So we'll go with speed rusher for him. +3 finesse moves is nice. Up to 69, which is also nice. And anyone else that plays a role. Donnie White is our tight end too. He gets decent time on the field. We'll upgrade him manually. Just try to cherry pick for players that are actually playing for us. As normally I would care about the backups. Will Stapleton is our starting center. Anyone who's playing for us will do. Normally I would care about the backups, but when like literally every single backup is up for an upgrade all at the same time, it's a little bit more tedious. Is Robbie Carter our starting right guard? Think so? Or is it the other guy? I can't remember. There's 2 right guards that are both like the same. If I did the wrong one, oopsie daisy, it's fine. I think we're just gonna, yeah, we'll just automatically upgrade everyone else. And that will bring us here towards the end of this first episode. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Let's see kind of a preview of what we're looking at starting next episode, but this should be a lot of fun. I've had some complaints about the CPU versus CPU gameplay in Madden this year, so just hopping on the sticks will be a good time. And I'm excited about this series, and I hope you guys are too. We'll be coming back soon with our next episode against the Jets and the Bears as our 2 opponents. Likely to tune into and actually play this Jets game just because they are the same conference as us. But that is all I have for this first episode. We'll talk to you later. And yeah, peace out.